Zombies. You see them everywhere. They're in your favorite movies, TV shows, and video games. Today we will be analyzing the zombie horror film World War Z. Let's start off with a quick summary of what World War Z is about. World War Z is an apocalyptic horror film where the main character, Gary Lane, helps the world survive the zombie apocalypse. Throughout the film, we hear tons of diegetic and non-diegetic sounds. We learn a lot about the main character, Gary, because of the dialogue and the sound effects throughout the film. Besides the main character, we must focus on the other main characters of this film, the zombies. Although we may not get to personally know who the zombies are, we're able to get an idea of who they are because of the unique sound effects they make. Throughout this analysis, we're going to focus on the non-diegetic sound effects that were created for the zombies. The language that these zombies speak is what sets World War Z apart from any other zombie film. The unique sound design and effects put on these zombies is what sets World War Z apart from every other zombie movie. Throughout other zombie movies and shows, such as Zombieland and The Walking Dead, we come to understand that the zombie language sounds something like this. Here you can understand that in these clips, the zombie language and dialogue is much more demonic, aggressive, and angered. The audio engineers of this movie ensured that the zombie language was deeper and sounds if they were going to attack. In addition to the zombie noises that the engineers created, they also added heavy non-diegetic noises to these scenes. Looking back at the Zombieland scene, you notice that there is loud background music and non-music instrumentals. They added these to create emotions and tension. The same thing goes for The Walking Dead. The engineers created tension sounds that increase as the attack becomes more and more intense. Now let's compare this to our film World War Z. In this scene, we are really able to focus solely on the zombies' so-called dialogue. During this clip, Gary is in a lab filled with medicines, drugs, and infections. When the zombie makes his way to the room, we are finally able to get a sense of what the zombie dialogue sounds like close up. Because of past zombie movies, we expect the zombie sound to be deeper and more angered. But here we notice that the sounds the zombie makes is high-pitched and has a screech to it. The zombie also makes noises such as huffing and teeth clattering. All of these noises and sound effects are not normal noises that can be created by a real human. Throughout the film, they are created to sound diegetic because we want the audience to believe that they were created right then and there and create a realistic sound. But these sounds were created and edited in post-production, making them non-diegetic. The non-diegetic noises the zombie makes crossed with the sound effects from the film, such as the door opening and closing, give the audience a psychological intensity that increases the reaction to what is going on in the film. They get a sense of anxiousness and relief at the same time. During this class, we did a similar project that I assume the audio engineers did for this movie to create these zombie sound effects. They took normal noises such as screaming, breathing, and teeth clattering, intensified them, and warped them to make them sound unhuman-like. The audio engineers of this film had a different take on how to produce zombie sounds. The last scene shown was not the only clip in the movie where we get to hear the unique sound effects and language of the zombies. In this new scene, we are able to have another understanding of why World War Z zombies are so unique.
Так, Вадим, сидеть!
Overall, I now hope you have a better understanding of how sounds really impact the design and emotions of a movie. The engineers of World War Z changed the way we see zombies because they intensified, heightened, and restylized the sound of the average zombie.